today we're going to talk about a bike that I have here. This is not like a super performance bike, but they were wonderful bikes. This is a like 90s. If I remember right, I think it was like 99 Raleigh sc40. Made in America. Look at that thing. Yeah. Whether it was really made in America, that's debatable. I think the company was probably American owned. Suspension seat post, squishy seat. It's got grip shifts on it. Adjustable stem, change the angle. I had these weirdo tires that were kind of smooth in the middle, rough on the sides, but gum walls. Look at that. How do you say 90s without gum walls, right? V-brakes, rack mounts, double bottle cages. Now, what makes this bike important? They retailed at like $350, I think, when they were new. If I remember right, they were aluminum, which is awesome. A little bit lighter weight, a little bit stiffer, a little more durable. The downside of these bikes, they had two things going on. They had a thing called a flight deck that was like, it would tell you what gear you're in as you were shifting. And they were super, super cheesy. They got whacked and beat up all the time. I think I have, I actually have an old one of these. Look at this guy, right? That's what it looked like. And it would basically just, when you shifted, it told you what you're doing. Who cares, right? Nobody cares. So anyway, most of those ended up breaking and falling off. People got rid of them. This one actually is missing it, so I could probably put that one back on it, but it wouldn't read right. They also had a thing at the time that was called a rapid rise rear derailleur. So basically what it was when you're, I don't know if you know what, this one's been replaced. This is a standard pull derailleur. So when you shift, this goes that way to the easier gear. And on the indicator, it would say number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The old ones, the rapid rise that was on this, if your cable broke, instead of this setting in the hardest possible gear, it would go all the way up to the easiest gear. So what would happen is you would have reversed swing derailleur. They used them on some, I want to say downhill bikes probably had them. Somebody else had, like they used them for, I think XTR actually had one. It was Shimano product. And they just, without the spring tension, they shifted kind of funny. So this one, I pulled that off and I swapped it out with a regular derailleur. So now it works beautiful. Like new chain, new derailleur, clean the bike, and it was ready to go. The beauty of these bikes is they just work like so easily. The parts are pretty easy to replace. They're cheap. Wheels are aluminum wheels, stainless spokes. They don't rust. It's got a cassette rear hub on the back, which is 10 times more durable than an actual freewheel, which was on the previous model, which would have been the sc30, which was the base model. This is the 40. Great bikes. I miss the days when you could just get on a bike and ride it without all these weird proprietary little parts that are a pain to replace. I love disc brakes, but V-brakes at the time, they worked great. They worked in the rain, they worked in the mud, they worked in the snow, they kind of just worked. They were super cheap, they were easy to replace the pads, and there was no hydraulics involved, so you didn't have to bleed your system or anything. It was a cable that cost a couple bucks to replace if you damaged it, versus, a $100 repair for a hose, a bleed, and then whatever else you damaged. But yeah, I figured I would share it today. That is the 90, I'm going to guess 99, maybe 2000, Raleigh sc40. This one is super pretty. It's super clean, barely used. Still has the original tires. The crazy part is they're not even dry rotted. That's amazing. The seat looks great. The only thing that kind of sucks is at some point somebody fell with it and it needs a grip, but I'm putting that on anyway. We'll have new grips on it. But that is it for today. That's my quickie update. Something fun.